Good evening and welcome back. Today is January 16th, 2017. 4 days until we get the Muslim out of my White House. Or as we used to say in the service, 3 and a wake up. Glad to see him go, and when he's gone, never more will I mention his name. Anyway, didn't come here to talk about him today. I'm coming at you with a new microphone. My other one shot craps on me. Kept breaking up. That's why you haven't heard me on here for a while. But I'm back in stereo. There's a little bit of a buzz in here with me, but I'm working on that, so if you'll bear with me, we'll get it out of here. Won't be too long. You know, last week, James Comey was directed again to testify before Congress and talk about Hillary Clinton's DNC servers and how they got hacked. And I guess what he ended up doing was breaking up their, well, you might want to call it a dirty little secret. I would. But anyway, he was in front of the Senate Intelligence Committee, and he told lawmakers that his FBI investigators were not permitted to take a look at the DNC's supposedly hacked computers. The FBI wasn't even allowed to investigate the electronic intrusion on the computers themselves. They hired, the DNC that is, hired a non-government third party to review the hacking. Now, sometimes that's a good thing and sometimes that's a bad thing. But when you hire somebody on the outside to take a look at a crime or to make testimony, the courts sometimes call that hiring a whore. It's kind of like hiring a doctor during a civil suit to say that the injury or whatever was much more complex than it really is. See, if you got enough money, you can make a lot of people say anything you want them to say. But anyway, that's what happened. Comey said all of his requests by his agency were denied by the DNC. And how they could get away with that, Lord, nobody knows. They kept asking and they kept saying no. He said that they would always prefer to have hands on ourselves if that's possible. But he also said that he has no idea why the DNC wouldn't let him view the hacked computer system. Well, I do. Because there was stuff on there that the DNC didn't want them to see. And probably criminal stuff. Comey said he made multiple requests at different levels, but that no never turned into a yes. And finally, the DNC struck a deal with the FBI and allowed a quote, highly respected private company to look into the hacking of its system. Now, the several news outlets, the DNC, the Angry Patriot, and I think the Wall Street Journal, and I know Breitbart, all reported that the Democratic National Committee is claiming that the FBI never requested to get a look at the hacked computer system. Well, you know, somebody ain't telling the truth. And judging from previous experience, I'll give you 3 guesses who that might be. But anyway, the FBI had no choice but to rely on his third-party information. Those actions caused significant delays and really inhibited the FBI and everybody else from addressing the intrusion a lot earlier. Did the DNC and Hillary get to have the final say in the third party that actually got to look at the computers? Probably they had more to hide than what WikiLeaks revealed. You know that, and I know that. No matter who hacked the election or why the FBI was refused access, and let that denial stand, one thing is for certain. The hacked email certainly revealed the trashier side of the Democratic Party, and they are trashy. This liberal on liberal attack at the hands of Hillary's pals, you know that cost the votes of the Bernie Sanders supporters. I mean, if you can't trust them, how in the hell are you going to put them in the White House? But anyway, that's a rant for a different day. So why wouldn't Hillary and John Podesta and the DNC not want the trained intelligence experts to do everything they could? everything that's feasible to determine how it occurred. But you remember when the hack first came out, the FBI says, yep, you were hacked. The CIA says, no, you weren't hacked. The NSA says you weren't hacked. And here comes the Department of Justice in the persona of our Attorney General, lying Attorney General, and said, nope, they weren't hacked. And then here we go with President Obama. Said, yeah, they were hacked and the Russians did it. Don't you remember? Oh, yeah, I do remember that now. The Russians done it. Anyway, these liberals are beating up Donald Trump for not trusting the Intelligence Committee. Then it appears that DNC doesn't trust him either. Anyway, that's my thought for the day. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think. Leave me some feedback down here. And please come back and see me. Have a great day.